welcome back. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Cypress Sports Show, brought to you by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the game. I'm Jeff Russell here with Mark Slevcove. Today, we're going to talk to tennis players Justin, Lee, and James Uhm. And of course, we will check in with Mr. Pfeiffer, maybe, hopefully, in a segment, Would You Rather? Coach, we're coming off spring break. Did you guys go anywhere? Did you do anything?
No, didn't do much. Sat in the rain. Didn't go swimming. Played golf a couple times. Had to help my grandpa out with some chores, so took care of some business.
Well, I know spring break typically, it used to be always associated with Easter time. And for a while it wasn't, and now we're back to Easter. And Easter, a lot of candy during that time. Did you eat some candy?
I love candy.
Yeah, me too.
Some Twix, some 100 grands.
My kids actually put together a little hunt for me and my wife. So on Easter Sunday, we went around and we hunted for eggs.
With candy in the eggs to hunt for candy?
Yeah. Well, they didn't have candy in the eggs. They just gave us candy after we found them all. Nice. And then today, you and I went on a little candy hunt as well. We didn't know that when we were going to the office, we were going to get a candy hunt.
That's right. Right.
It's always fun to find the candy. And then you just rip through it like it's there, it's gone.
What makes it better is that it's not your candy. Right. It's someone else's candy that you find and then you eat it. And then
maybe
all right, Sports Weekly.
Maybe give it away to a bunch of people, and and you have to get more later. Yeah. Anyway, what do we got? I know we had a busy week. What do we got?
Last week was pretty light, and now we get back to regularly scheduled programming, if you will. Last week was light, but we did have a little bit going on. The baseball team was one of the few teams playing over the break. They traveled to Las Vegas for a spring break tournament, going 2-2. The team remains in the top 10 of the county rankings as they participate in the National Classic Tournament this week, a tournament that they've won the past 2 years. Softball team started league over spring break with a loss to Pacifica, the number 1 team in the country, and a win over Tustin. This week, the girls continue with league play versus Valencia and Kennedy before making up the final rounds of the La Mirada tournament that was rained out a couple weeks ago on Saturday. Boys volleyball has a busy schedule this week after spring break being off. They got 2 league games versus Kennedy and Tustin, sandwiched around a non-league game against Foothill on Wednesday. The boys are 4-0 in league play. Boys tennis resumes league play with games versus Tustin and Kennedy after taking spring break week off. And track and field travels to Bolsa Grande Stadium on Thursday to take on Pacifica in a league duel. And then on Friday, the team goes to the St. Paul Invite. Boys golf begins league play this week with 2 matches against Kennedy. And the swim team is off to Pacifica on Tuesday in a league meet this week. And finally, the badminton team gets back to league action with matches against Marina and Kennedy.
All right. Well, hey, before we get to Pfeiffer, we should ask Pfeiffer our own Would You Rather question, right? So let's bring up Mr. Pfeiffer, his segment, Would You Rather. Mr. Pfeiffer, how are you, man?
Did you guys have a good candy hunting experience?
We did.
Did you get my little love note? And where you hid it from me originally?
We found a note. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Would you rather hunt for candy and eat it all, or would you rather buy it and hide it? I think I know the answer to that.
I'd rather buy it and hide it. I'm giving up candy, by the way. I'm done, right? I tipped the scales at low, a little too high. I've been a little lazy lately. Got to start getting back into my svelte.
Well, we came off of spring break. We're getting closer to summer. I can only imagine our Would You Rather something related to that. What do you got for?
It was awesome. So, Mark and I, we continue to participate. ASB holds this Centurion Games every year, right? You were a big participant when you were here. We used to have bigger turnouts, but I think Mark and I, not for water polo, right? The inner tube water polo, we used to have a turnout. Now it's just me and Mark and a bunch of students out there playing. So we had a good time. We were in the pool, right? So we held our Would You Rather during spring break, spend a day in the pool or spend a day at the beach. And I was kind of surprised and shocked by some of the answers. 2 of them, I'll give you extra points if you can figure out the 2 that surprised me.
All right, well, let's check it out.
Here we are in the pool. Would you rather, Jasmine? All right, Connor, a few others. All right, Ryan, Cypress High School. Hey, here we are with Yuri. Just threw up 300 pounds in Ivan's weight room.
Yeah.
MVP water polo. Hey, Coach Garrett. Here's my co-teammate, right? Nice job, we lost, but that's all right. Cypress High School, here we are, our blue goalkeeper. Nice job, valiant effort. All right, Cypress, here we are. Spring break, woo! Pay attention.
Yes, I'm here.
Would you rather spend your spring break in a pool or at the beach?
At the beach for sure.
Why?
I like the waves better. It's a lot more fun than being in a still pool.
There's sharks at the beach.
The pool.
The pool?
Yeah, the pool.
You love the pool?
I love the pool.
The beach.
The beach? Why the beach?
We get enough pool.
At the beach
Why?
all day, so I can surf.
Surf. He's a surfer,
All
right?
day.
In the pool.
Why?
It's more comfortable
Chill.
with your friends, you know. The beach is a little icky, you know.
In the pool,
Why?
because I can swim better in the pool.
Oh yeah, I'd say a pool.
Why?
I don't know. I like being in the pool. Like I go to the beach, but you know you get sand all over the place, and then like the waves are fun. But like when you're in the pool, like I get to play polo, I get to swim. I just prefer the pool.
Depends on where the pool's at.
He can't swim, by the way.
I can't. Gosh.
That's hard. I think at the beach.
At the beach? Why?
Yeah. I love the beach.
There's sharks at the beach. Look out!
I'm scared of it.
Oh, he's afraid.
I would drown at a pool. At least I'll find my body.
Probably dead bodies in there, you know.
Dead bodies. The camera's right there.
Oh yeah.
All right, thanks, Mr. Pfeiffer. I mean, I don't. Pfeiffer in a pool. I know he tends to surf, but he doesn't look.
The whole video, he had to have a floaty to be in that pool.
Yeah, he was struggling too. So, he was dying.
That might have been the
He was trying-
cameraman.
Oh.
The cameraman was.
That.
There was a lot of egg beatering going on.
Oh, the cameraman didn't
Camera-
have anything to float on.
Exactly. The cameraman was working hard, two
Gotcha.
hands above the water, keeping the phone dry.
Bringing back the old high school days.
Exactly.
I got it. All right, well, hey, thanks, Mr. Pfeiffer. That was awesome. Today we are super excited to welcome tennis players Justin, Lee, and James Uhm to the program. Thanks for joining us, fellas.
Thank you for having us.
All right, hey, man, little late. I like it. All right, just coming off spring break. You guys have the week off.
Yes, sir.
That's
And
kind
we
of nice.
had practice on Monday and Tuesday, more ADM. But
Okay.
yeah,
Other than that, off.
yeah.
Now, do you guys like Easter, like spring break time? Do you guys celebrate that at all? Do you guys like get candy still? As, like
we have
with kids.
we go to Sunday service for church, yeah, and then that's basically what we do.
No egg hunts, no candy.
A little too old for that.
What?
Yeah.
But now you're hiding the eggs, yeah? You hide the eggs for the little kids?
No.
Not really.
Yeah.
All right. Well, recently Palm Springs they had just had tennis, right? I don't know if you guys were aware of that or not. They just had a big tennis tournament down. Tennis is a pretty popular sport overall. Although maybe surprisingly people don't like watch it as much as some of the other sports, you know. Have you guys been to a professional tennis match?
Yeah, we actually went to Indian Wells, the tennis,
You did?
together like last year,
Okay.
and we were able to like watch all the pros in person, and it was really fun. Yeah.
Do you like that? Good experience? I mean, what's it like? You
It
watch
was,
the pros, but what else is cool about it?
It almost felt surreal because you watch these pro players on YouTube or you watch them live and seeing them like a 10-foot, 20-foot proximity and seeing them actually play, you see like the pace of the game. So almost feels like unrealistic.
Did you go to see a specific person?
Yeah, we got to watch Carlos Alcaraz, if you guys know him. We watched him like when he was like pretty young, and now he's like one of the best players in the world. So I was pretty happy to be able to watch him in person. Yeah.
And you were saying the pace, so like when they're serving and when they're
Yeah.
hitting their ground strokes, it's like much harder than what we're used to, right?
Of course, it's a totally different game. It's a way different level compared to just the average high school tennis game. It's just a different level.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Are these guys? Are they big? Do they look like professional athletes out there? You know, sometimes you walk by, obviously football players or basketball players, the height, but then you see baseball players, and they're just a little bit bigger than the average guy. What does a tennis player look like?
So I feel like there's a stereotype with tennis players. They seem smaller than they are, but like pros, the average height's like over 6 foot. They're all 6'2", 6'3". They're pretty big, yeah, compared to me and Justin, but you know, but so it's pretty surreal to see how big they are and how like athletic they are in person. Yeah.
Now, if you guys had to get together with one tennis player for dinner, your favorite tennis player of all time, who would it be?
For me, it would definitely be Novak Djokovic, because I just think he's like the best player of all time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Roger Federer, because I think he's the best, the greatest player of all time. You know?
And what would be the number one topic of conversation? What would you guys want to ask him? What do you want to know about him?
I would ask him just like how they did it and how much work they had to put in, just how what kept them motivated throughout all those years of playing, and
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I think tennis, like a majority of tennis, is like all the mental game. You know, like everybody at the pro level, like everybody has the same skill. It's just a matter of whose mentality is bigger. You know, so I'd really ask him how he like perseveres and what his drive is when he plays a game.
Yeah, that's a separator, right? The professional athletes, they have so much talent, so much skill, but even when you get to that level, there's guys that separate themselves from the rest of the pack, and there's something else going on inside of these athletes that I think allows them to have that or separate themselves. Very good.
Yeah, I look back to when I was younger, a while ago. John McEnroe, you know that name? Yeah, he used to lose his mind, right? He'd like throw rackets, and you don't see that as much anymore. But that would be the guy. I'd have dinner with him to ask him how that like not only motivated him, but messed with the other people too, right? Like, because there is some mental parts of your guys' game, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they don't always see it, but if you make a good play, I mean, you gotta at least look over, like, right? Like, you got you. So that part would be big. So Wimbledon, one of the biggest tournaments around, right? It's giant. Did you guys know that before 1986, well, before your time,
yeah,
before 1986, the tennis balls were actually white?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't even know. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No, I did not know
and they changed it for Wimbledon. So they changed it to yellow. Do you know why they would change it?
Easier to see, maybe. Is that right?
You're on the right track.
Okay.
Easier to see, especially on
television.
Yeah, so Wimbledon became like the tournament to watch, right?
Okay.
And so because everyone's watching that, they couldn't see the ball as well, so they made the ball yellow. So do you think that would make a difference in you seeing the ball better right now? Like, what do you think of a white ball? I mean, I know it would be weird, but think of a white, like baseballs are white. Would that be kind of a weird deal, or would you just be natural, like doesn't matter?
I mean, it would definitely change. Well, everything's on TV now, so I feel like the yellow ball is way easier to see both in person.
What about you here?
Yeah, yellow balls are way, it's like a highlighted color, so I could see it like in the sun, the dark, I could see it anywhere. White ball would be kind of weird for me to hit now because I've been so used to hitting the yellow ball,
I mean, I wouldn't really see the difference, I guess, in person. I think on TV, you definitely see difference between a white and yellow ball, but in person, I do think, I think if you do play more with a white ball, you probably just get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, like, golf, baseball uses white,
exactly.
Softball uses yellow, and soccer uses multicolor. I mean, I guess you get used to it, but it's kind of weird to think about that ball being changed just for TV, right?
All right, tennis matches. You guys, I've read, run around 3 miles per tennis match, or up to that. Can you guys get around the track for 3 miles?
What's the time limit? Do I get a break or like water?
You're doing it in about an hour, just like a tennis match?
I can do an hour maybe. I can do an hour, but straight, the 3 miles is long, so I don't know. That's a long time.
Obviously, different types of running, right? Just running straight compared to a tennis match. You're going forward, going back. Your agility is tested. What kind of endurance, what kind of things do you guys do to build your endurance to get through an entire tennis match without fatiguing?
Obviously, tennis has like a lot of lateral and linear movement. So what we do try to emphasize is our footwork. Like we try to do drills where we use our footwork as much as we can, so it kind of helps us to get around the court. Because like you said, it's not just about running; it's all about kind of explosiveness, I guess. It's kind of like basketball, where you're moving side to side and you're jumping around. So a lot of footwork drills.
It's like, I think we're jumping way less than basketball players, maybe a little less athleticism, but we still got to be explosive and be able to be like move very fast laterally, because the ball is going back and forth, left and right. You never know where it's gonna go, so you just always have to react. And
Yeah, maybe a little less up and down, but
Yeah.
you're moving side to side like a basketball player,
Yeah.
and you're incorporating the hand-eye coordination
Yeah.
like a baseball player or a golfer or something like that, where you're swinging clubs.
Yeah,
Rackets.
definitely athletic throughout the whole thing. And there's other teams in our league that are athletic and good, right? I know Valencia, Crean, those are always like big games for us, right? We had some rainouts, we played Crean. We played Crean. We'll look forward. What might we do different as we look to playing Valencia, Crean, and them here as we get into the second round? What are we going to do different?
Well, I'm not trying to make excuses, but when we played Crean, I was injured, and then our second best player, Thomas, he was also injured. He had a shoulder injury from like the previous game. So I feel like we weren't in our best shape when we were playing them. So definitely next time when we play them, we just go on a clean slate and just like play our game and not let them dominate us like they did before. So
Yeah, I think comes back to the mentality question is, over the past few years we've played Valencia and Green Lutheran. There always happens to be like a mental rivalry, and it always gets to your head. So I think coming to this game with just a fresh and a blank mind, and just not let the other player get to your head, I think that's probably going to be our best shot at winning.
Yeah, so you look forward to those matches, and then you prep by the focus part of it. Do you talk about those things in our practices?
Coach Paul emphasizes a lot on mentality and just never giving up. That's like one of his biggest things. Is like the biggest thing he wants to see from us is just wanting to win and wanting to be there and never giving up. It doesn't matter if you're down 5-0 or you're up 5-0, and he wants us to always be driving forward. So.
Very good. So if we're down, we lost a match big early. We're going to come back the second time, and we're going to flip that score. And certainly you were the Empire League singles MVP last year, right? So that's a pretty good accomplishment as a sophomore last year, and you didn't play in that first match, so that'll flip 3 points right there, right?
Yes, sir.
And then that's a 6-point swing. So as we move through the end of league, and then we'll have league finals, and you guys will try to qualify for CIF. There's also the OHI tournament. Have you guys played in the OHI tournament? Where are we at with that?
We have not, and I think we're trying to. Coach Paul put us in for the application, but I don't think we've got.
I think we're alternates right now, so some things have to happen in order to get in. Those guys that do play in OHI, what do you know about them, and is that similar to like a CIF competition?
I think they're, if anything, better, because it's the best players from California all come into one prestigious tournament, and I really wanted to play this year, but unfortunately we didn't get the spot because we put 2 of our singles players in. So like I guess that kind of affects it, and just the ranking of the school in general. So sad that we are alternates, but yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I've never been to an OHI tournament, but we've had seniors from last year go ahead and play, and they told us it was pretty hard. So
It's harder than the CIF tournament, is it not?
Yeah.
I would probably say so. Yeah.
Because it's a larger geographic area of kids that are coming in.
Yeah, it's not just the southern section, like say,
Yeah.
it could be anybody from
Yeah.
wherever. Yeah, more like a state almost tournament, right? Well, we've covered the good stuff. Now we get the great stuff. Now we're time for the fast action questions. You guys are familiar with this, so don't overthink them. Whatever comes to your mind first, just rattle it out. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Could you beat either of the Williams sisters in a match?
No.
Very honest. Even if they gave you the doubles lanes?
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, I would
probably lose.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Come on, how old do they have to get?
Oh, okay, but right now, yeah. I'd win.
now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
I'd win.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
We have coming in.
Oh, no.
Serena, come on out.
You guys, which major would you like to play in?
Definitely U.S. Open.
I'd probably say U.S. Open too.
Yeah. Not Wimbledon. Not Wimbledon.
I'm from the United States, and Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I hear you. How many bounces before you serve?
I do 5 on the first serve and 3 on the second serve.
What is that about? Why do you switch up?
There's a mental clock I do. It's just for me, it's my routine. But
I think I do 4 bounces. I'm not really counting like him, but
Okay.
I just do however.
Whatever feels good.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
Gotta be in rhythm.
Exactly.
Better to win a match on an ace or like an overhead smash?
overhead smash.
Probably overhead smash. Yeah.
Yeah?
Mhm.
All right. Penn or Wilson ball?
Oh, Wilson.
I'd say a pen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Colored court or the standard green court?
Color.
What color?
Red and green.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say green because I'm most used to that. So.
Just a standard green.
Yeah.
All right. High socks or no-show socks?
High
High
socks.
socks.
High socks. Interesting basketball guys. Probably no-show socks, some of them. What color M&M is the best?
That one was kind of out of left field, Coach. That one was nothing to do with tennis.
Doesn't have to be.
Brown.
Brown?
Yes.
Yellow.
You seem unsure.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think he cares.
They all taste the same, though.
Do they?
I mean, I thought they were all just chocolate, right?
Are they?
Okay, brown tastes
Depends.
different. Brown.
Could Coach Paul return your guys' serve? Coach Paul, he's ready to go.
He's watching.
No,
He's
I don't-
watching.
Sorry, Coach Paul. I don't think you can. I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, I don't serve as hard as he does, so he probably might be able to tap it over, but I'll probably win the point. Sorry, Coach, but
You make him get on the move a little bit. That might be advantage. All right. Well, hey, thanks again to tennis players Justin, Lee, and James Uhm for being here today. Thanks to our sponsor, Subs and Grubs and Coach's Corner. Make sure you get out there and support those businesses. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys next week.